Okay, y'all, we are live. We're also simulcasting over on Trovo and D Live. So I'm simulcasting tonight. I'm over on Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch. So I'm 5 places tonight. And I'm doing this GTSport tonight. Probably won't stay on long as I'm late. Had to get my shower. Y'all know I've been using the headphones lately at the gym. But the problem with me and headphones is me and headphones don't get along too well. They cause my ears to sweat, and it sometimes causes them to get infected or irritated. So I had to take care of my ears tonight. Let's do the BMW. The blue BMW. Like I said, we're simulcasting over on Twitch and D Live as well. I mean, Trovo and D Live. I didn't check and make sure we was working. Let me check that up, make sure. I have a brand new social blue ski. I'm apfns there. Oh, just a second. I see Trovo. Let me go and click it. I'm not logged in. Let's see if I can find me. Here I am. And it's showing me I'm live. So I am live on Trovo. See what I sound like. It's probably really low. Because I have adjusted the microphone accordingly, so I don't know exactly what I sound like over here. I will see here in just a bit when I can get in the room. I see nothing but a black picture. Is that all it is a black picture? Oh, my internet. Hold on. I just want to make sure everything's up and running. I'm basically sharing my screen with Trovo and D Live. And yes, I see it. I don't hear my voice. Oh, yeah, I am. There, I hear it. I'm really low there, and there's a reason. Because over on Rumble, I'm using my mic. Now we got to check and see what that sounds like, by the way. Where the freak is? There's Rumble. I appreciate everybody that watches my videos. No matter where you watch them, I appreciate it. Is it not showing me live? Let's read on Friday the 13th, but it's supposed to be. I'll correct it when it goes off. Can you hear me? No matter where you watch them, I appreciate it. Is it not showing me live? Yeah, I can hear me. Okay, we can hear. Okay, so we are working on the other networks, and we are working on Rumble and I'll correct that after it goes off because I was going to play the Jason game. I couldn't get it logged in. I didn't want to take time all night to get it logged in. So it takes it about 5-10 minutes to log into the offline one. So tonight we'll just do GTA. GTSport, GTA. Boy, I bet I'd have trouble with that as well. So I'm trouble, and then they're barely hit. That was a pretty green car. Oh, I hit the wall. But son's blinding me. Blinding me with science. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, I can't play this track. I'm not doing good at all. I'm a teenage schizoid. Paints and pockets of fun. Psychotherapy. I'm gonna kill someone. Psychotherapy. I really would love it if Rachel took tonight. You know, he did a band called Prunella Scales. Prunella Scales. Like, we got that CD. I need to put some of those songs on the Duck personal station. My personal playlist station. I listen to my music in the gym. Don't let the flowers die. Don't let the flowers die. There used to be a lot of rumors and speculations that it was that album that actually sparked Sebastian Bach to be a Bodo. But now that's all rumors. I can't prove it. You'd have to get that true from either Skid Row, Sebastian Bach, and Rachel Bolan. Don't let the flowers die. Don't let the flowers. I've always been a Rachel Bolan fan. I love to see Rachel. I'm going to tell y'all, every time he get up to the microphone, I get this little tingle, this buzz. He talk about the United Nations of rock concerts. Bah, 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 bah. It's time to take the mic, Rachel. And I know you probably don't want to, but I mean, quit putting the hands of Skid Row into other people. I mean, y'all been going all these years. Finally, if you can do it, practice those songs and see if you can do it. I know I can't tell you what to do. It's your band. Take the mic, man. Might even bring in some Prunella Scales songs and play them. I'd like to hear "Don't Let the Flowers Die" live. You know, y'all played Johnny's songs. Y'all remember when he did that? Album. Y'all played one of his songs. The country album. Boy, I love that old Johnny Salinger. That guy was a good old guy, y'all. I met him several times. I mean, I didn't know him. But from what I could tell him, he was a good guy. I mean, that's what Skid Row says about him. And they got the same opinion about him that I have. So it must be true. I mean, like I said, I only met him several times. We'd always get to the shows early, and sometimes he'd be the first one to show up. We'd sometimes speak to him. Don't let the flowers die. Don't let the flowers die. Psychotherapy, psychotherapy, psychotherapy is what you want to give me. So y'all know, I don't worship celebrities, though. I'm not on the worship celebrities bandwagon. They're people just like me and you. They have their problems. They have their sicknesses. They have their bad days. They have their good days. They have their blessed days. They have their sad days. They lose a pet. They lose a family member. They cry. They shit. They piss. They're just like the rest. And they have their own problems. And sometimes our money issues might be smaller than theirs, even though it may seem like it's big. Because they got more credit. They got more to their name. I don't know what number I was. Was I number one? I can't tell. My eyes are kind of shut. Don't let the flowers die. Don't let the flowers die. That's a Prunella Scales song. Rachel Bolan. Bom, 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 bom. I'm going to tell y'all, though, now. I say that, I had to smack myself down. I remember the first time Rachel Boland shook my hand. I thought, I grew up listening to this guy. And he shook my hand. I said, wait a minute, Anthony. You don't worship me. You don't worship rock stars. Don't let the flowers die. And everybody is picking on Mr. Dave Grohl for his discretion. We don't know what went on in this marriage. We don't know what his issues was. Him and his wife might not have been communicating or something. You know what sometimes happens? Men and women both can go the wrong way. It's not our place to judge. Stay out of it. Let Dave Grohl and his wife handle that. If she stays with him, that's her business. She's got the right to work out things with her man. That's all I'm reading about. Dave Grohl lately. Dave Grohl. And that other guy that's picking on him, the one that punched the dude. I wonder what was up with that. He had to do something to piss him off. I don't think he just punched him for no reason. You know. Surely he didn't just hit him for no reason. I wouldn't hit nobody for just no reason. Of course, I don't believe in violence anyway. I'm not a violent person. Let's go to the red one. To the red BMW. So I'm over on Bluesky too, apfns at Bluesky. I don't know what to link. It says something died out or something like that. Bam, 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 bam. I'm telling y'all though, every time he get up here at the mic, I mean, I love Johnny. I'm gonna tell y'all, he was my favorite. Out of all the Skid Row singers, right now he's my favorite. He might not have been first. He might not have been the one that came out with the albums because I think there was one or two before Bot. Indeed, I had to search the demos back then when I heard about it. I wanted to hear them. That was one of the last bootlegs I bought. Was the demos of the original guy. I think there might have been one around him too. There's several that quit. I thought one or two. Then they brought him, and he ended up mattering because he's the one we all heard. He's the one we heard when we propped in that album for the first time. For me, it was a CD. It was my first ever CD. I want to say the first ever CDs we ever owned. My sister, Warrant, Duddy, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking, Rich, and Skid Row. Those are the first ever CDs in this house. And I was the one with the CD player, so I got to play on both. And my sister, she listened to her CD on my player. My stereo. It's Love in Stereo. That was a Warrant song, but I think that's on, I think that might be on the second album. Pretty sure Love in Stereo is on the second one. It might be on the third one. I love the third one. It had April 2031 on it. You know, that's the, well, I better shush. We're over on the other platforms. You can't discuss that climate stuff and stuff over here. On YouTube, you can't discuss anything with climate or the shots or any of that bullshit. So I won't discuss what I was going to say. But now that is a great song. It's a spooky song. You know what? The way I listened to that, you'd have thought I would have bought into it because I love that song. I'm telling you. But I just looked at it as a theory. But even though it was a theory that I didn't subscribe to, it's a good song. It's a great song. No more sky, no more trees. April 2031. Now, part of that could come true. Some of that man-made junk, that's a bunch of bullshit. Shit. But one place they could get us, and we got to watch this right now, and I got to be careful. Israel is going to war with Iran. Got to be careful with it, though. Got to be careful what I discuss because I'm on YouTube. On communist ground. If we got nuked, April 2031 would really be true. They're working to do that. Well, I got to shush. Damn it, it's so hard to keep the truth. I should have just stayed off the other platform. and simulcast them without the mic. Next time I want to talk, it's what I'm going to do. But I didn't think I was going to go this direction. It just hit me. I started thinking about that song. No more you and no more me. April 20. Boy, that song gave me chills. I remember the first time I heard it. Wow, wow. It starts out really eerie. It's got a blowing wind. It's so creepy. Became one of my favorite Warrant songs ever. I wasn't really crazy about that album. That album wasn't really one of my favorites. I mean, I had several songs on it I like. I like Machine Gun, Machine Gun. I love that one. But I wasn't a real big fan of that album. And I loved April 21. April 21 saved it. 2031. 2031, that's it. April 2031. Just think we're close to that. We're April 20. This year, a few months will be April 2025. Just think 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Is that 7 years? 8 years? My brain's tired. I can't count right now. I mean, when I was hearing that, it wasn't even nowhere near April 2031. Now we're right close to it. No more oxygen to breathe. April 2031. Now, I don't subscribe to that theory. But now, even though I didn't subscribe to that theory, I thought that was a neat song. You know, there's a lot of fiction books out there that are neat. I looked at that song as a great work. Just listen how it starts. It starts with that chilly. I mean, I used to have pictures in my mind when I hear that. I'd have pictures in my mind. Horrible pictures. No more children playing April 2031. No more birds are singing April 2031. That's number one again. Praise to Jesus. Jesus is building my hot ride. Praise you. Praise you. I want to praise you like I should. What time is it? Or how long have I been on? I've been on 18 minutes. I probably won't stay on long tonight, y'all, because I'm tired. And Trovo, I do have a small amount of mic here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll turn up the gain some, so maybe y'all can hear me better. Maybe that'll make it better. I turned it up 3 more notches. Yeah, I got it up in the yellow, so maybe y'all can hear me better now. April 2031. April 2031. April 2030. Maybe I'll get off that. It is a creepy song. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the video. You don't believe me? Go watch the video. We still live on Rumble? Is it GTSport? It's live. The Skid Row and Warrant were the first CDs in our household. Sometimes she cries when says alone tonight. Sometimes she weeps when we're feeling cold and weak. Sometimes the pain, it just tears it up inside. Sometimes she cries. Let's try another color. Yeah. I'm in a what's his name over here? Oh, by the way, I got Moth Gideon tonight in the mail at Walmart. Actually, the mail didn't deliver him. Walmart did. He must have come from the store. I'd ordered him online, but he came to the store and he came today. Well, he looks neat. I lost a sword though. A sword fell down on my couch, opening the pack up. I gave him one of those clear lightsabers though. You know, I got about 15, 16 lightsabers. So I gave him one of those. Boy, he's cool looking. I wouldn't think I'd like Moth Gideon. When I seen him in the show, I wasn't really interested in him. Seeing his helmet though changed my mind. I think his helmet's cool. April 2031. I'm in a mood for to be in what's his name? Not Darth Vader. Grandson. The Hein's son. Dorothy's grandson. So I picked black in honor of him. Kylo Ren. That's one of my favorite Disney characters. You know, there's the Disney Star Wars saga. I love him. Kylo. Because Kylo is basically my favorite two toys in the Star Alliance line when I was a child. Han Solo, those are my favorite action figures. I kid you freaking not. Han Solo and Darth Vader. And then, of course, the white high stormtrooper. The white high stormtrooper. I liked him. There's also this other dude. He had a mustache. He was in the snowsuit. Mama brought him home. One night, I used to call my mama up and tell her to bring me home Star Wars, man. And she'd bring me home. Sometimes she'd bring me home to Star Wars, man. He was one of them. There's that purple car. Boy, that purple car is pretty beautiful. He was one of them. That was silly. That's how silly I was, y'all. I called my mama and I said, Mama, I want a new Star Wars, man. We bring one on. Well, now when the other guy took over, he got tired of me calling. And one time I actually called for something important. They were going to have me arrested because they were or accosted by the police because they accused me of stealing some stickers. And I kept telling the library I didn't steal them. He gave them to me. And I called my mama. I said, you got to hurry up and get over here. They got the police coming right now. They got me locked in this cubicle, and I just grabbed the phone up and called them. Well, he overheard, but now what he told me, he said, you can't be calling her. I've told you. He answered the phone. He said, I've done told you. I said, yeah, but it's important that you got to put me on to my mama right now. So I thought, right now? You got to put me on right now? That's that white-headed biddy. You know what I was telling y'all the other night? I didn't remember the white-headed biddy's name. The white-headed biddy was the one who pulled this. The white-headed biddy. Well, I don't remember who that white-headed biddy was. The white-headed biddy was the one who pulled this. Before I met the other one. That purple car, look at that thing. That is pretty. Is it plum or purple? You know what's his name? It's plum. The penguin. I've been watching that since I was on episode 2 tonight. They put up 4. There's 4 up, so I'm 2 of 4. Now I got one more of the Mandalorian to go. But I broke my story. I said, you got to put me through. I got to talk to Mama now. Well, he stayed on the phone. He was listening. I guess he was curious because I was shaking, I was crying, I was screaming. Well, I told my mom, I said, they accused me of stealing these stickers. You know, George gave them to me. We call him George. His name was George. George gave them to me. And they're accusing me of stealing them. And he said, when she gets back in there or the police get in there, you put me on the phone to them. He's a big shot. You had to be a big shot, then. Yeah, he was a big shot. He had tabs at all of them. He let them put their groceries on his grocery store's tab. And he let them know that if they did anything to me over those stickers that he gave me, there'd be some problems. Well, they were mad, of course, because they had to let me go. They were always looking for something to get me on. But I was a smart ass. I didn't want to go along with the crap I was teaching in the classroom. You had to be a big shot, didn't you? You had to have the last word. That song's my song now. I mean, if anybody can ever get herself in trouble, like that song, it's me. You had to be a big shot, didn't you? I bet Billy Joe, I wonder if he was like that. I mean, he wrote the song. Him or somebody before him wrote it. You had to be. I need to go look at the writer's credits. I'm pretty sure he probably wrote it. I wonder if he was like that, where he always he run his big mouth and he got in trouble. You had to be a big shot, didn't you? I love that song. You had to have the last word. You gotta be a big shot. Can't remember the lyrics and they're all coming to me. I'm remembering in pieces. That's the way my brain is. It's sort of pieces. You know, like when they piece stuff back together. My brain. And did I win number one again? That's 3 number ones in a row. I hope it was a different track. I know it was the same set, but you know they're different forms of them. I hope I didn't just race the same track again. I couldn't remember which one I picked. You had to be the big shot, didn't you? Yeah, if anybody can ever get himself in trouble with his mouth, it's him. Even Rodney got on to me about my mouth. That's one of the things he was talking to me about. Always having to argue with some idiot. Always having to argue with some idiot. My sister wrote this song called Idiot on the Internet. Well, I've always got to argue with the idiot on the internet. Yeah, she literally wrote a song called Idiot on the Internet. My sister's a songwriter too, by the way. She wrote songs as well. Let's try the white one. We're going to go from black to white. We're going to go to the white storm. We're going to honor the white stormtrooper this time. You know, the Hoth. I didn't like the regular. I mean, the regular stormtrooper, yeah, I like them, but I mean, the Hoth one got my attention. He was like a white Cobra commander. So that's what I thought when I saw Cobra, because you know I saw him first. I thought Cobra Commander's a blue version of my Hoth. Because I loved the Hoth. Indeed, I made that was Jell's second look before he became Jell himself. He was Boba Fett at first. Boba Fett got stolen. So the minute I bought the Hoth action figure, Jelf became Hoth. I'm thinking about making Jelf go another leg. I'm thinking about, since I love the Mandalorian character, I'm thinking about making Jelf put on the Mandalorian costume. I mean, I love the Mandalorian. He's kind of like a Westerner guy, but he's in space. Wah, 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 wah. You know, the masked men. Oh, that blue car. Look at that beauty. That was a beauty, man. She's a beauty. She's one in a million cars. 1 in a million. It's right behind me, that there in the mirror. Not that one. That one's just kind of not. That one's not pretty. She's a beauty. She's 1 in a million cars. 1 in a million cars. And what would I lie? Why would I lie? Yeah, that car was beautiful. Well, I'm crazy. I'll sing any song. Oh, look at those in front up there. The red cars. You gotta be a big shot, didn't you? You had to get knocked off the road. You had to be a big shot. I think I'm gonna be number one this time. Jesus, can you build my hot ride one more time? Oh no. The minute I prayed that, Satan must have struck me. Get behind me! Get behind me! Get behind me! Satan! I don't need a motherfucker looking down on me. A motherfucker looking down on me. Boy, at least even though I'm a Christian and I know the devil is beneath my feet, when people look down on me, I prop that song in the player. Even though I'm of Jesus and I'm not of the devil, because that's my feeling. Don't want your judgment. I'll replace don't want your guide. Because it ain't guide. That ain't him. That's them. Go read him in the Bible. That's none of him. Oh yeah, he was blunt. He was holy. He even told Moses to take his sandals off. But he ain't like these motherfuckers that look down on him. Don't need a motherfucker looking down on me. A motherfucker looking down on me. Oh, look at that one. That one's a beauty. I didn't see that one a while ago. She's a beauty. One in a million cars. One in a million cars. Why would I lie? Why would I? I was so good. And I got knocked off the friggin' road. Now I'm number 4. I was right up almost number 1. Well, thank you, Jesus, for the 4th spot. I mean, 4 ain't that bad. It's not number 1, but it ain't that bad. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 4 out of 4 ain't bad. She's one in a million girls. She's one in a million girls. And why would I lie? Give me just a minute. I'm going to take a break for a second. I'll be right back. I want to say thank you to my few audience that I've got tonight. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate every view. Just know that no motherfuckers looking down on you here. I don't even really look down on people anyway. Now, even when I'm starting them, I'm not looking down on them. Usually they've done something to me first. Don't need a motherfucker looking down on me. A motherfucker looking down on me. At least I know wherever I go. Yeah, I pop anytime I feel like I've been disrespected that way and looked down on. I will pop that in the player. You know, that does push people away from God, though. When people like that look down on you like that. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of it's misquoted. At least in today's world. Do you realize that in Sodom, like even quoting Sodom and Gomorrah, he was searching for 50 righteous and 10 righteous and 1 righteous, and he couldn't find them. But now here is the difference with today, and don't start in about you judge by the works and all this other stuff. That's bull crap if you get to reading how it works. I mean, the guy beside him on the cross never got to do any of those things. And he told him he was going to be with him in paradise. So the way it works, and this is the way the new covenant works. The new covenant, back in the old days, you sort of had to keep his commandments, or at least then go the offerings and all that. Well, post the cross, you didn't have to do those offerings anymore. But there's another part of that too. You are covered with the blood of Christ just by accepting him as your Lord and Savior. So by the new nature of how it's set up, if you call yourself a Christian, and you are a Christian, now if you're not a Christian, and you're going around telling everybody he's going to destroy the nation, but yet you're claiming to be a Christian, but yet you're saying he's going to destroy the nation, you're making him a liar. Because he paid for your sins on the cross. And he accredited to you that righteousness. It's not something that's going to be worked for. You got it immediately, you accepted it. Now, what you are working for is your standard with him in eternity. Like he's going to have some people, there's going to be two that are going to be greater than anybody. And they used to fight over them in the Bible. Oh, make my sons your two right hands. And he said, that's not for me to decide. My Father decide that. He'll pick the two people that's up there. Boy, you know there's going to be a lot of... I don't believe... I think there's going to be... I don't see how... Because everything ain't written down. I think there's going to be some jealous people in heaven. They may not fight. They may not bicker because the Lord's there with them. But I think deep inside they're going to be, I want that spot. I bet you they'll be that way. I don't really know that for sure. I mean, they squabble here on earth. I mean, you got pastors that'll tattle to Satan on other pastors because they're jealous of other pastors. And they'll go participate with Satan to bring that pastor down because they're jealous of him. Don't need a motherfucker looking down on me. I wish I had a green. For some reason I'm wanting to fill a green. We'll do a silver. Silverado. We'll do a silver. But now if you look at the judgments of Sodom and Gomorrah, he was looking for righteousness. He was going to spare it. Now here's the thing, and this is where you're right. Yes, you need to be focusing on saving souls. Yes, you need to be saving as many people as possible. Because one, you're bringing more people with you. You're bringing them in the kingdom. So yes, you do need to be working on souls. But now here's another thing. And Christians a lot of times, I have to be careful here. Christians a lot of times allowed bad people to rule. Because they wouldn't get involved with politics because they thought they shouldn't be involved with politics. So what is happening there is you're giving your nation, you're giving Satan a free hand. When you vote for these bad people, you're giving Satan a free hand to destroy your nation. In other words, you're giving it to him. You talk about destroying the nation. You want to know who's destroying your nation? Satan. It ain't God. It's Satan. He's the one who's sparking all the plans for what they're doing and everything. He's the one that's behind it all. That great Satan. That great Satan's the one that'll kill your nation. Now, there is a appointed judgment time. I'm not going to tell you he's not going to do it because he will. But it's appointed day. And he's done told you that. It's in the Bible. He's not going to pour any wraths out until he's time. I mean, he was even talking to the saints there in the end, the ones that wanted the justice then and there. I'd been like them. I'd been just like the sea of glass ones because I'm that way in the earth. I'd be punish them, Lord. And he kept telling them, just a little while, children, just a little while. It's written in the Revelation. They're on a sea of glass, and they were beheaded by the beast, and they're begging him for justice. And he tells them, just a little longer, just a little longer. See, he's still giving these monsters time to repent. No matter how dirty they've done his saints, no matter how dirty they've done him, he's still giving them the chance. And yet they never turn anyway. I bet I'm not going to win at all on this track. But now that's the way it works. And you know, a lot of people, y'all spooked away from God. by bringing up that judgment thing. Because yes, there is a judgment, but it's coming for the lost. But you did it in such a mean way that they just decided they was finished anyway. This is what happens. See, they decide they're just finished anyway. They decided this guy's mean, so they want nothing to do with him. So they go side with the other guy because they think he's the innocent one. They go side with Satan because they think he's the innocent one. And they say, well, it's just like that song I was singing there, was it? Don't need your guide. And he says something about not needing guide. In your higher power, I want power to my. That's it. I want power to myself. Well, yeah, that's what most man's problem is. We all want to rule our own lives, and God kind of wants to be in control of our lives. That ain't my problem, by the way. I do have to argue with about the will, but now I don't want to completely reject him. See, I still want to love him anyway. I think he's good. I just think I know what's best for me, and I always find out that basically he probably knows what's best. Because a lot of times I have to tell him that. You know how many times I've said in my life, well, Lord, you was right. Many a times, y'all. Many a times in my communications with God, if I had to tell him he was right. But at the same time, part of me still wants to run my life. Because it is my life. I mean, even if he's my creator, it's still my life. He gave it to me. And he gave me free will. And I have to fight with my free will. It's my life. Don't you forget. But I really feel that way about other people. I'm more about that with them than I am God. Because the way I look at it is I am his in a way because he made me. But I'm not yours. I'm not yours. I'm not people's. I don't belong to people. Now, if I married my wife and I had a wife, I would belong to her because the two become one. She is of you and you are of her. So, what number was it this time? We was low this time. I knew I wouldn't be able to drive that track. If I had a wife, then I wouldn't be completely mine. And the man looks at it. This is the way most men look at it. I'm not talking about all you good guys out here. I'm talking about these kind of these creeps that just want a woman under their thumb. Under my thumb. They want a woman under their thumb. Well, it was only 43 minutes. I'm kind of tired tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and let off. I'll put the pedal down. I'm gonna pull my foot off the pedal. Call it a night. Hope you have a great week, great Monday. It's Monday, ain't it? Yeah, it's Monday. It's 4:02 a.m. I'm just a little late. Later than I usually. I usually sign off about 3:00, 3:30. That's late getting on tonight. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for watching. And like I was saying, if I had a wife, I would have to sort her because really it's supposed to be the two of you. It's supposed to be the two of you. It's not supposed to be him or her wearing the pants or him wearing the pants. What you're supposed to do is according to what I read in the Bible, you're supposed to be entwined. Now, yeah, the guy's the head of the household. God appointed him over the household, sort of like his guide heads over. But now he don't mistreat us. He don't mistreat his bride. So he don't want you mistreating your bride. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to go ahead and end this on the Trobo. Bye-bye, Trobo, if you was watching me over there. D-Live, thank y'all if you was watching me. I can't tell if I got any viewers there or not. I can see viewers over here on the other sides. I can't see viewers there. I don't know if I had any. But if I did, thank y'all for watching. I will try to do this more in the future. So I'm so I'm not leaving my streams behind. I gotta get on Kick too. Kick's one of the newest. Haven't done a Kick stream in a while. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time